particular episode was quite scathing and the grains of truth that it held. You know, I'm not sure how the Sussexes are taking it. Obviously, it is a cartoon, but there's so many moments of truth in that episode that makes it so funny.
You just can't leave us alone, can you? Oh my God, he's so obsessed with us.
Have a bit of a laugh at Harry and Meghan's expense because I've finally caught up with this South Park episode.
With all your favorite South Park characters.
Dude, school is going to be so awesome today. I had explosive diarrhea all night. I like big boobs.
Oh, hamburgers.
How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you.
How are you? And are you okay? That's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay.
South Park just dropped an episode that has people all over the internet calling it a brutal Meghan Markle parody, and the whole situation is absolute chaos. This isn't a small joke or a quick gag. The episode dives straight into the controversy, pushing the satire so far that people online can't stop arguing about how ruthless it really is. Some viewers think it crossed the line, while others say it's exactly the kind of bold comedy South Park has always been known for.
It's quite vicious in a way, but quite funny as well.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
The reactions showed up almost instantly. TikTok filled with people recreating the most outrageous scenes, X turned into a non-stop debate packed with opinions, and reaction clips spread everywhere as viewers argued over whether the episode was too harsh or simply stayed true to the show's style. But the story goes beyond Meghan and Harry as people.
Time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post.
I shouldn't have left the made-up nonsense.
The episode also takes aim at the public image built around their Hollywood years, turning their celebrity branding, constant media attention, and royal connections into one giant target for satire. A lot of the discussion also points back to a video featuring Meghan that had already sparked heavy conversation online. The episode, reportedly titled Respect Our Pregnancy, uses that moment as the starting point before taking apart the polished Royal Meets Hollywood image one piece at a time.
Okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me. So you hate journalists? That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
As the jokes keep coming, that polished public image takes hit after hit, and the controversy only becomes even bigger. Every new scene raises the stakes, making the entire situation feel more chaotic as the parody keeps pushing things further. The episode includes an over-the-top version of Meghan dancing while pregnant, chasing attention, and making a dramatic entrance in a fake hospital-style documentary.
We want privacy! We want privacy! Thanks for having us on the show. It's awesome to be here. It's great.
Then the satire takes another absurd twist when the fake baby bump appears to fall apart on camera. It's an exaggerated comedy moment that quickly became one of the episode's biggest talking points. The parody appears to draw inspiration from a real video Meghan shared of herself dancing while pregnant, with Harry joining in behind her. That clip quickly became a major topic online, leading to countless memes, jokes, and debates across social media.
You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
And the episode builds its exaggerated comedy around that public conversation, rather than presenting it as fact. That gave Parker and Stone plenty to work with. They took a moment people were already arguing about, turned the absurdity all the way up, and transformed it into animated chaos. That's where the story became even more complicated. Even though plenty of posts online claimed the episode was somehow being blocked or banned, there isn't solid evidence to support those rumours. Still, the online speculation became part of the story itself, making the whole situation feel much bigger than just another South Park parody. Rumours spread across social media claiming Meghan's PR team had gone into crisis mode.
Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
With some posts even suggesting lawyers were involved and that efforts were being made behind the scenes to stop the episode before it aired. Those claims have circulated widely online, but they remain unverified. Whether any of those rumours are true is a separate question, yet the non-stop discussion made the controversy seem even larger. South Park has built its reputation by poking fun at public figures without asking permission, and this time the show's satire focused on Meghan and Harry's carefully managed public image, turning it into a major topic of online conversation. When celebrities spend years shaping how the public sees them, a sharp parody can suddenly change the conversation, and that's one reason this episode attracted so much attention. To understand why it took off, it helps to go back to the video that gave the internet another viral moment. In the clip, Meghan appears dressed up and camera-ready in what looks like a hospital room, with everything around her appearing unusually polished for such a personal occasion.
Gotta be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
She's visibly pregnant. The lighting looks almost like a professional production, and then the video suddenly takes an unexpected turn. Meghan begins dancing while wearing a hospital gown. Beside her, Prince Harry joins in with an awkward style that quickly became part of the online conversation. The clip had everything that tends to grab attention online: celebrities, royalty, an unusual setting, and one very unexpected moment. With wide eyes and stiff movements, Harry's dancing sparked plenty of jokes across social media, with many viewers comparing it to an over-the-top TV dance audition. The video came across as playful to some people and relatable to others, and it spread rapidly online. But instead of receiving only praise, it also triggered a flood of memes, jokes, debates, and plenty of confusion. TikTok users roasted the dancing, Instagram meme pages jumped on it, and critics questioned whether the whole moment felt spontaneous or carefully planned. One viral-style joke captured the mood. 9 months pregnant, but the club still calls. Just like that, what was meant to be a personal moment turned into one of the internet's biggest meme topics. What made it stand out even more was that this wasn't hidden footage captured by photographers. Meghan shared the video herself, seemingly offering a light-hearted look at an important moment in her life. But once it spread online, the conversation took on a life of its own. The polished presentation quickly collided with non-stop memes, reaction videos, and people analysing everything from the dancing to the setting. Then the rumours started flying.
I think this might be the place. It's so quiet and empty here. If we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal.
Posts across social media claim that possible business opportunities were being reconsidered, and that people in Hollywood were watching the public reaction closely, although none of those claims were publicly confirmed. Even the quote, "No one wants that kind of circus tied to their project," circulated online without any verified source. Just as the buzz around the hospital video began to slow down, South Park reportedly found fresh material to keep the conversation going. The show didn't simply poke fun at the scene, it turned the entire situation into an over-the-top pop culture spectacle. Instead of focusing on a single moment, the parody exaggerates Meghan and Harry's public image, celebrity status, and media attention for comedic effect. Respect Our Pregnancy plays like a distorted funhouse mirror, stretching every detail until the polished celebrity image looks exaggerated, overly managed, and instantly recognizable. When Meghan arrives at South Park Elementary to promote a pregnancy documentary, the satire becomes even sharper. Rather than treating it like a serious creative project, the episode turns it into exaggerated public relations chaos wrapped in royal-style glamour.
I'm totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid, and then so are like journalists. So you hate journalists, and now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family.
From there, the story gets even more outrageous. Stan immediately senses that everything is about to spiral. Kyle tries to figure out whether there's a deeper message behind the madness. Cartman, however, sees nothing but opportunity. He hijacks the documentary, throws on a Darth Vader helmet, wheels over a coffee machine, and starts directing the production with fireworks exploding around him, because in South Park, normal is never part of the plan. What follows is complete cartoon madness. Hospital hallways erupt into explosions. Dramatic speeches fly back and forth. Outrageous stunts keep piling up, and celebrity publicity gets pushed to the absolute extreme. Beneath all that chaos, though, the satire is aiming at a bigger idea. The episode exaggerates the tension between wanting privacy while living in the public eye, and between appearing authentic and presenting a carefully produced celebrity image. That contrast is what gives many of the jokes their edge. Then comes the moment that sends the episode into full-blown chaos. Look, she likes my Luke. From there, everything ramps up even more.
Does seem perfect, doesn't it? We can have a fresh start here, lead a normal life, and have baby. Can we really move here and finally have our own privacy?
The animated version of Meghan walks into the hospital delivery room as if she's about to headline a huge music festival. Cameras surround her from every angle. She smiles, poses, and plays directly to the cameras before breaking into an exaggerated dance while the filming continues. The scene is already wildly over the top, but then the parody takes another ridiculous turn. The oversized fake baby bump suddenly slips off and crashes onto the floor. That's the moment the episode pushes its exaggerated comedy far beyond a typical celebrity parody. The joke plays with ideas about public image, performance, and the way audiences interpret what they see. Online viewers quickly latched onto the absurd scene, turning the fictional moment into another part of the larger conversation surrounding Meghan's public image. Right on cue, the animated version of Harry rushes in, shouting, "Respect our pregnancy," as though he's leading a dramatic royal campaign. Instead of creating a serious scene, that line becomes part of the comedy itself. The chaos keeps building, as Cartman yells, "That's going in the trailer," while Kyle desperately tries to stop everything. By that point, though, the parody is already racing at full speed, and that's where the satire leans hardest into its main point. South Park focuses on what it portrays as a contradiction between seeking privacy and continuing to appear in documentaries, interviews, and other public projects.
Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy.
The animated versions repeatedly chant, "We want privacy," while remaining surrounded by cameras and media attention. Whether viewers see that portrayal as fair or exaggerated, it's the central joke driving the episode. The louder the cartoon characters ask for peace and privacy, the more the satire throws them right back into the spotlight. For many viewers, that contradiction is the entire joke. Instead of reacting with shock, plenty of people online seem to immediately understand what South Park was trying to satirize. Even within the episode, the boys question how someone can criticize media attention while continuing to share and promote their own story through high-profile projects. That idea connects with a debate that's been going on for years. Prince Harry has openly criticised parts of the media while also appearing in interviews, documentaries, and other major productions. Critics argue that the issue isn't stepping away from public attention, but having more control over how that attention is presented. South Park takes that perception and exaggerates it with its signature over-the-top style. By the time clips from the episode began spreading, social media was already on fire. Memes, hashtags, and reaction videos quickly turned the parody into a much bigger conversation. At the same time, reports citing unnamed sources fueled more speculation that Meghan's team was unhappy with the portrayal and concerned about the public reaction. However, the more dramatic stories involving lawyers, crisis teams, leaked information, or alleged attempts to stop the episode have not been publicly confirmed. Once a South Park parody becomes meme material, though, it's almost impossible to control the conversation. Every new clip inspires another joke, every reaction sparks another debate, and every rumour adds another layer to the spectacle. Even reports of possible behind-the-scenes concerns kept the discussion growing, regardless of whether every online claim turned out to be accurate. This is also the style Trey Parker and Matt Stone have built their reputation on. For decades, they've faced controversy, criticism, and backlash while continuing to make sharp, provocative satire. Rather than pulling back, the show leaned even further into the chaos. As more rumours circulated online claiming someone wanted the episode pulled, curiosity only seemed to grow, with even more people wanting to see what all the debate was about. Online discussions also suggested that the attention surrounding Meghan's viral dancing video, combined with the South Park parody, could affect how some people viewed her Hollywood image. Posts and articles claimed certain projects might be losing momentum and that studios were becoming more cautious, although those reports were never publicly verified. One widely shared quote stated, "No one wants that kind of circus around their production," but no confirmed source was attached to the remark. Without clear, reliable sources, though, those claims shouldn't be treated as evidence that Hollywood suddenly turned its back on Meghan. Even so, public perception can have a big impact. Critics began wondering whether her carefully built image around empowerment, lifestyle, and media projects could handle another wave of memes and negative headlines. Once South Park entered the conversation, what started as one viral moment quickly grew into a much larger debate about her public image. Meghan may have hoped people would focus on her projects, but the internet had different ideas. The memes completely took over. As speculation continued about what the attention could mean for her Hollywood reputation, social media shifted into full roast mode. TikTok filled with people recreating the episode's fictional fake baby bump gag using costumes, dramatic acting, and intentionally over-the-top performances. X became just as chaotic. Side-by-side comparisons of Meghan's real dancing video and the animated parody spread rapidly, with users picking apart every detail and turning the discussion into another round of memes. One viral-style comment summed up the mood. South Park did in 20 minutes what British tabloids couldn't do in 5 years. The conversation didn't stop there. Reddit threads turned into lengthy debates about Meghan and Harry's public image, their media strategy, and whether the parody resonated because it amplified criticisms that some people already held. YouTube also filled with reaction videos, scene breakdowns, and comedy skits inspired by Harry's line, "Respect our pregnancy." Before long, much of the online discussion had shifted away from Meghan's charitable work and advocacy. Instead, people were arguing about celebrity branding, privacy, and carefully managed public appearances. And with such an outrageous fictional scene involving a fake baby bump, hospital chaos, and fireworks, the parody gave social media plenty of material to joke about. That's exactly the kind of exaggerated image the internet tends to remember. Memes continued spreading through reaction clips, parody edits, and royal-themed jokes across multiple platforms. For many critics, South Park wasn't revealing hidden facts or exposing a secret. Instead, it exaggerated a perception some viewers already had, that behind the polished photos, media appearances, and public campaigns, the celebrity image could sometimes come across as more like entertainment than traditional royalty. Meghan and Harry end up at the center of exactly the kind of contradiction South Park enjoys exaggerating. The show doesn't invent the public debate. Instead, it takes the ongoing discussion about their calls for privacy alongside their continued media appearances and pushes it to outrageous cartoon extremes. Critics have argued that the issue was never about disappearing from public view, but about having more control over how their story is told. In South Park's version of events, though, someone else is controlling the spotlight, and that's where the jokes land hardest. Then comes one of the episode's biggest punchlines. The animated Meghan, dressed to the nines, proudly uploads her chaotic documentary to YouTube. The fictional hospital is in complete disarray. The fake baby bump gag has already played out, and smoke from the fireworks is still drifting through the air. She appears completely confident that she's created something unforgettable, until the view count pops up. 12 views. With Cartman joking that he was responsible for half of them by repeatedly refreshing the page. The gag plays on broader public discussions about Meghan's entertainment career. Her Spotify partnership ended, while her work with Netflix has received a mix of reactions and has changed over time across different projects. South Park compresses that more complicated story into one exaggerated joke, imagining a huge gap between big expectations and the audience response within its fictional world. That's where the satire takes its shot. The episode portrays the animated Meghan as someone eager to make a major cultural impact while constantly running into a public conversation that refuses to follow the script. The parody leans into that idea at every opportunity. Rather than presenting the animated Meghan as an unstoppable Hollywood success, it repeatedly places her in increasingly ridiculous situations where publicity itself becomes the joke. Every camera, interview, dramatic entrance, and over-the-top production only makes the cartoon spectacle grow even larger. Harry doesn't avoid the comedy either. His animated character repeatedly rushes into the chaos, demanding attention while also insisting that he wants peace and privacy. That contrast becomes one of the episode's recurring jokes. The harder the animated couple tries to manage their public image, the more everything around them spins completely out of control. That's why the parody struck such a strong chord online. It takes years of public debate about privacy, celebrity life, royal headlines, interviews, documentaries, and media projects, then packs all of it into one outrageous animated story. Whether people see the satire as fair or way over the top, the central joke is easy to recognise. Social media picked up on it almost instantly. Clips spread everywhere. Reaction videos kept appearing, and every exaggerated scene gave people another reason to argue about Meghan and Harry's public image. Before long, the conversation wasn't just about one fictional documentary or one over-the-top hospital scene anymore. Instead, it turned into a much bigger question. Once the internet decides to shape the conversation, how much control do celebrities really have over their own public image? In the animated version of Meghan and Harry, that control slips away faster with every new scene, and the satire keeps pushing that idea to the extreme. As the discussion grows, older interviews get brought back up, viral clips start circulating again, and past statements are compared with later public appearances. Before long, the episode becomes only one part of a much larger online conversation. The spotlight expands beyond the parody itself, with people revisiting years of headlines, interviews, and media coverage. That's where the satire becomes even sharper. The animated Harry keeps trying to explain and defend their decisions, but everyone around him treats every dramatic speech like just another piece of entertainment. No matter what he says, the chaos only seems to grow. Meanwhile, the animated Meghan stays focused on keeping everything polished and camera-ready, even as the fictional world around her falls further into complete madness. Viewers quickly understood the point the episode was making. The parody leans into a simple idea. The more a celebrity tries to carefully manage every part of their public image, the easier it becomes for satire to exaggerate those efforts when the public decides to tell a different story. That doesn't mean every claim spreading online is suddenly true. South Park is a satire, and satire works by stretching real-world debates into exaggerated comedy. The show knows exactly which topics to target: privacy, publicity, celebrity branding, royal status, and the ongoing argument over who really controls the public narrative. Then the conversation takes another turn. Older clips begin resurfacing alongside scenes from the parody. Commentators start comparing past events with the animated jokes, and suddenly people aren't only laughing at cartoon characters anymore. They're revisiting years of headlines, looking for moments they believe connect with the episode's themes. That sends the internet down another rabbit hole. Old interviews, red carpet appearances, documentary moments, and previous public comments begin circulating again, with users comparing them to the exaggerated South Park versions. Scenes that attracted little attention when they first happened are suddenly being viewed through a completely different lens. That's the power of a viral parody. It can take years of complicated headlines and boil them down into one memorable joke that people instantly recognize. Whether that impression is fair or not depends on the viewer, but once the joke catches on, every resurfaced clip can start feeling like another callback to the episode. Harry also gets pulled back into the conversation. Some commentators revisit his long-running disputes with parts of the British press, while others point to the couple's interviews, documentaries, and entertainment projects, asking how those decisions fit alongside their public concerns about intrusive media coverage. South Park takes those ongoing debates and pushes them to outrageous cartoon extremes. Then something even bigger happens. The parody starts taking on a life of its own. People who haven't even watched the full episode begin recognizing the jokes through memes, short clips, and reposted scenes. Before long, the animated versions become part of the broader online conversation, separate from whatever Trey Parker and Matt Stone originally intended. That's when managing the public conversation becomes much more difficult. A headline can be answered, a rumor can be challenged, but a meme spreads fast. It gets copied, remixed, exaggerated, and shared again and again across social media. Just as that wave of attention reaches another level, an older controversy suddenly finds its way back into the spotlight once again. Instead, the animated Meghan becomes the center of a joke that feels made for the internet, and then the animated Harry bursts into the delivery room shouting the now famous line, "Respect our pregnancy." He delivers it like it's a massive declaration, but online it's exactly the kind of over-the-top moment that instantly turns into meme material. It's dramatic, awkward, exaggerated, and impossible for people to ignore. That single line captures the main point of the satire. The episode exaggerates the idea that the couple wants privacy while continuing to live in the public spotlight, turning personal moments into highly public events, and then struggling with how those moments are discussed. Then Kyle delivers one of the episode's biggest punchlines. Wait, are you the one who's pregnant now? Harry freezes, the chaos hangs in the air, fireworks explode, and the joke lands. That's how South Park operates. It takes ongoing public debates and pushes them to completely absurd extremes. The episode doesn't prove every claim, criticism, or rumor surrounding Meghan and Harry, but it exaggerates public perceptions in a way that millions of viewers immediately recognize. And that's what makes the parody so memorable. The animated Meghan spends the episode trying to stay in control of the story and present the perfect image, but the bigger the spectacle becomes, the more that control slips away. By the final moments, she's no longer controlling the cartoon, the memes, or the online conversations surrounding it. Whether people see the episode as hilarious, unfair, or somewhere in between, it's clearly become one of South Park's most talked about celebrity parodies in recent memory. What do you think? Did South Park go too far, or was this exactly the kind of satire the show has always been known for? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.